already Adelaide are at a pretty delicate point in their season, competing for a final spot, but they've hit some good form last week against Richmond, and obviously on the back of a very strong midfield with Dangerfield and Scott Thompson and others in there. Is it worth tagging anyone in the middle?
Yeah, I was there last Friday night in Adelaide, Simon, to watch them dismantle Richmond, and Sam Jacobs was a phenomenal rucking performance, one of the best I've seen all year. He just dismantled Ivan Maric, and it's amazing how the midfielders dominated. Dangerfield got hold of Cochin, so they went down the track of trying to play off Dangerfield, but I think he's the type of player that is so damaging that I'd have a run with player go with him. So I'm not sure who that may be, whether Melsham's a chance to come back in or it's a Heath Hocking. But I'd definitely go with Paddy Dangerfield and try and stop that ball he gets out to guys like Douglas and Sloan and those type of players, Brodie Smith as well.
What about in the Bombers' defence? We saw Jake Carlisle get the match-up on Jeremy Cameron last week. Is he the man to go to Walker? And obviously they've got other dangerous options in the forward line.
Yeah, I think it'd be a fantastic challenge for Jake Carlisle to go to Taylor Walker. Obviously, there's Josh Jenkins as well, who the secondary target will go to him, defender, and then obviously there's also those small forwards in Charlie Cameron and Eddie Betts who are in good form, and Tom Lynch plays as that medium. So I think they've got a perfectly balanced forward line that if the midfield gets on top, they are pretty hard to stop. But we saw the week before they went to Sydney and were really, really poor. So it's if the Bombers can hit them hard early, put some scoreboard pressure on, which we haven't been able to do in recent weeks, Eddie had every chance.
Cale Hooker and Joe Danaher were good again last week. Kicked 4 between them, took a lot of marks. Who do you think from the Crows will get those matchups?
Well, I think that Talia probably, because of Hooker's strength, I'd presume that Scotty Camporelli would send him to Cale Hooker, and then there's Hardigan's probably the second defender that could go to Joey Danaher, and then they have guys who like to sit behind the ball like as an extra. Jake Lever, Rory Laird's been in good form. So yeah, on paper they're a really strong side playing for finals football, so it's going to be a really big challenge for the boys come Saturday afternoon.
Heath Hocking didn't get big numbers last week, but he certainly had an impact around the contest, and the Bombers get another big body back this week in David Myers. Do you think he can have a big say in the outcome of the game?
Oh, he's been a huge loss this year, David, and I thought that Jonathan Giles and Heath Hocking made a big difference last week. There was 13 extra inside 50s for the Bombers, something that probably hasn't happened much through this year. So I think Dyson Heppel is, with the tagging he's been getting happening against him, I think Myers and also Hocking will make a big difference to him in the last 4 rounds, and we'll definitely need them come the midfield they'll be up against on Saturday afternoon.
And a couple of injuries in the back half for the Bombers opens the door for Tate Pears to make a return after a long time out of the side. It must be great for a guy that you played with to see him back in the senior lineup.
Well, I remember Tate when he first come through. I remember him playing on Scotty Lucas as a 17, 18-year-old, and it was breaking even with him at that age, and we just thought, what a competitor we've got here. How strong is he? He's going to be our key defender for the next 10 years, and then he's had one issue after another. He would have doubted that he'll ever get back to playing an AFL game again, so it's just fantastic to see him get another opportunity on Saturday.
Well, hopefully the Bombers can get up and we can review a win next week. Lloydie, thanks a lot for your time.
Yep, thanks, Simon.